Alright, it's working. From the top again, Doc Phoenix here, doing all the Marios. Wrecking Crew, Phase 80. Flying solo today. My usual co-commentator, Compunic, is unavailable, so commentary is probably going to be a bit light, but I should make progress tonight. I actually had time to practice this week. Or this half week. So, this is the stage we left off on. It's got a lot of crazy stuff going up on top. The main thing to do first is make sure to get everything trapped within the first two rows. You break everything on the top two, and then you break the ladders leading down to the third, and all of those enemies are trapped up there. If anything falls down, then it'll get stuck in areas where you can't really deal with it. So, the bottom half of the stage is not too hard. I'm waiting for fire just so that it doesn't hit me while I'm stuck in this area between the barrels. Now, I kind of want to take my time with this. I don't want to be just hitting the bombs, because Spike can wreck the chain reactions by just hitting things. And, oh, look at that. Spike is actually stuck back there a little bit. Usually he comes down and actually, you know, is bothering you all the way. But today he just decided to be stuck up there. So it's finishing off that stage. This stage that I spent half an hour on last time. Phase 81. This one is weird. Got kind of this diagonal step of barrel-lined area. So you want to run over and hit that door immediately, and then stand to the left of it. And then you can... Okay. It is possible to hit the door and then move, because it closes before the third wrench goes into it. But it is possible to get the timing just right to open the door back up. I'm going to try it one more time. If I can't get it, then I'll do a backup strat. Okay. So the other way is to just let that third wrench come and lead him around afterwards. So I'm going to get him to go up to this barrel a little bit. I need him to follow me. So it's kind of tight there. I'm going to wait here for fire to show up. Alright, there we go. Now I can just get him to come in here and go around. And almost got myself stuck down there. Need to break this before you go down here. And just kind of clear those out. Now, down here, you don't strictly need to trap this last wrench the way that you do the other one. You can kind of loop around like that, and you can get both of the... Okay, I screwed that up. I wasn't paying attention to the wrenches in the background layer behind the door. You can, if you get it right, you can get the remaining wrench and the eggplant to go into that door. And I'm just screwing it. Yeah, if you get the remaining wrench and the eggplant to go in that bottom door, then all the enemies are in the doors and everything freezes for a bit. And that gives you plenty of time to clear out that bottom area and then move on to where the enemies aren't going to bother you anymore. Alright, see, there we go. You can get that right in there. So this time, because I got that, I'm going to use that other strat to get this wrench up into that door at the top. And there was... Okay, some other wrenches were following it in the background. Couldn't quite see them. So, this complicates things. Which is to say, I pretty much just have to do the same thing again, just Now I've got to do it twice and got to make sure I'm not leading any of the background wrenches in. Okay. Now, for this, I think I am going to have to try and go underneath. And yeah, got trapped. Okay. Ideally, I get all 4 wrenches stuck in this top door, and then I can just work around the eggplant. Yeah. I don't really like doing that just because the timing on it is kind of tight. If you're just a little bit too slow, then the wrench will just hit you before you can climb up. So lure this wrench around. Wait for the fire. Okay. Alright, this looks good. So with this, I should have all of the wrenches stuck behind doors. Now, one curious thing about a specific thing, you do need to stand on the left side of the door, because if you're on the right, the wrench will not enter the door at the top of the ladder if it moves to the right of the when it gets to the top of that ladder. Okay, so everything back there is frozen, giving me plenty of time to deal with that, and then I could just come up and finish off this area while the enemies are, even going ahead and freezing a second time. So there we go, level cleared. This one is not difficult to execute. It's a bit tricky to figure out. You just come over here, break this. There's nothing important that this small ladder here leads to. This ladder up on the left, though, needs to be the last thing that you hit. And when you get into this area, it looks like you're trapped. But you use the bombs to get out. Alternatively, you could prepare a little in advance and break the support underneath the ladder there. But personally, I prefer to just go with the bombs, move it a little faster. Stand back here to avoid the eggplants. And then come here and just hit this bomb, let it knock you down. And run past the enemies up to this ladder. Finish it off. This is another one where the execution is not too difficult, but figuring it out took me a while. So you need to rush immediately over here and break that support, because that red wrench coming over from the left, if you don't get through the ladders up there before that wrench comes down, then you won't be able to get past it. You'll be trapped. So the whole gimmick of this level is ladders on breakable supports. And then you just kind of go from the top down, hitting everything, working your way backwards as you make things less accessible. Now here you need to lure this wrench a little bit. Nothing too complicated. use these bombs to break that ladder, because there's no way, once it's kind of orphaned up at the top there, there's no way to break it. Fire! I was right at the end of that, too. Damn it, Spike. There's that door that I can't get because he broke the ladder. And that was just rushing too fast and... Oh boy. Here's the part where I've run out of things to say, so I just kind of stop saying anything and try to focus on the game. Oh, hey, that wrench got knocked behind a door. That should make things a little bit easier to navigate over there for that section. Stay away from bombs. Okay. Oh god, things are looking a bit concerning down there. Something that I haven't really mentioned before. Every time a wrench gets knocked down, it moves a little bit faster. And Spike has been knocking this wrench down repeatedly. Okay. This stage is ladders and also an S. And I've already kind of screwed up my usual path slightly. That should still be fine. So, now it's no longer fine. Damn it, Spike. So I want to break the tall ladder second from the right, and then use the ladder furthest to the right to be climbing up everywhere. Because then I can use the wraparound to make the wrenches just fall down. The wrenches will go, if there are two ladders equidistant, they'll go to the left. So when they drop down here for this ladder, they'll go to the left and just kind of pile up over there, giving me time to climb up afterwards and hit some things. Now, I could just keep it like that for a while and clear some things, but at the very end it would get difficult. So what I'm going to do, let's get all the wrenches grouped together so that I can evade them easier. Alright, so I'm going to lure them all up to a higher level. Perfect. Okay. Now, I'm going to start breaking all of these bottom layer ladders. God, Spike. Okay. That's still fine. This is still fine. Because now what I want is for the wrenches to get stuck on this ladder on the right. Which, okay, they will do once they walk off to the right here. So now I can be on the wraparound on the left side, and they will just continue moving off to the left and keep going on this last ladder over to the right, because that's the closest ladder. So now I pretty much have free reign to just destroy all of this stuff. Okay, so I need to slightly work around. Let's just wait for them to come over here. Where's... Damn it, the sprites are... Okay. I was worried a bit, because Spike is, sprite limits were not allowing Spike to be drawn on screen there. So, okay. Now I can hit this. That'll break everything except that last ladder, and then I just wait for wrenches to Wait for that last wrench to get off, and there we go. Stage clear. That one took me a while to figure out a good strat for. Well, I have already matched the progress of my last session. I have cleared 4 stages now, so let's see if I can beat it. Now, the key to this stage is getting these eggplants trapped in barrels, as you can see I just did there, which involves tight timing. You run under them as soon as they start climbing up and break the ladder underneath them. If you're even slightly slow on that, the eggplants will climb down the empty air that you have left for them. Now, I have to break that ladder under the bomb at the top, because otherwise the eggplants will turn around at that, and then they'll just get stuck in the upper left there. And there's not really, with the 2 of them there, there's not really enough space to trap them when they're stuck up there. I want to break this. But I want to break both of those so that they'll come down here and actually be catchable. There's a lot of waiting in this, waiting for the eggplants to get into a good position. Because especially these 2 at the top, because they are so close together, you really need to get them a little bit separated by having some ladders broken that they will be walking towards. Probably going to have one more fire before they get down here, so let's... Yep. So there should be good enough space between... Okay, jump the gun there. Fire! Damn it. You can't really escape the fire by climbing up into the barrels yourself, because the bobbing of the fire, it can still hit you unless you're in exactly the right spot, and yeah, just it doesn't really work. So okay. Oh, right, I forget that you can get one trapped up like that. Let the fire come through. Those 2 are too close together to trap in there. I'm gonna have to wait for him to come down here. Okay. Alright, is that all of them? Or was there one? Okay, there's one left. Wait for fire. Alright. Now I'm pretty much in the clear. Spike is stuck up there unless you hit that bomb on the left side, the pillar there, so don't do that. Also, don't break ladders too quickly because you want to pay attention to fire coming. You don't want to trap yourself with no way to escape fire. In fact, I'm just going to wait here until the fire happens. And now I finish. Everything's great. This one is relatively easy. It mostly involves just getting wrenches trapped behind doors. Let's see, a third one will get stuck in there, and I can come around and... alright, not quite... Okay. I don't actually want all of them trapped. This might be a problem. Because when they all get trapped, everything freezes, but then all the doors are open. And they stay open for a bit. Ideally, what I want is to have all but one of the wrenches trapped behind the doors. Then I can just deal with one wrench being out. Okay. There's technically two wrenches there, but they're on top of each other, so I can consider them one wrench. For the most part. Actually, that might even be three wrenches on top of each other. It's hard to tell. Yeah, once you've got the wrench count down, you're just kind of leading them around in circles to get all the bricks up here. And then it's just the two ladders, and you're clear. This one is a little bit tricky. The main thing that it involves is first get Spike trapped in there, but not any wrenches. Because you're going to need to use Spike to knock you down to the lowest level. So you break all the doors that you can reach, then you come down here and you let Spike hit you. So naturally, if you have any wrenches trapped in there, then you just die as soon as you go in. So you've got to lure Spike in and then not let any wrenches come. This is another fairly easy one. It's just kind of using the wraparound to avoid wrenches in a very familiar way. And you even get some barrels to just give you a nice feeling of trapping enemies. Now, the main thing is waiting for fire. So you want to wait for fire to happen once. Then you come down and you break this barrel to trap yourself in this block with the last bricks. So the enemies can't reach you, and since you've waited for fire, you don't have to worry about that as long as you're quick with breaking the bricks. So if you don't wait for the fire and you come down here, then you have to do the ridiculous sweet dodge under the fire as it bobs up, which is tricky to do. '89. This is the furthest that I got in my practice. This one is just... It almost looks like they just threw random things in here. Like they just had the program spit out a bunch of random numbers for what objects are on every tile. And then massaged it until it was the level that worked. Which is a perfectly valid level design strategy. I've used it before in silly projects I've done. Now, I kind of have the beginnings of a path figured out for this one. But there's just so much that it's hard to tell if I'm even doing it right. So I'm going to be pausing a couple of times here just to see and make sure that I don't break anything necessary. And I think this ladder that I'm standing on is necessary until, yeah, so these last 3 ladders down here need to be the last things that I break at this point. So let's just run past here. And, okay, that purple wrench, I need to... So I can mostly... should have waited to break that ladder down there. What? So it's entirely possible that I'm going to be spending the rest of the session on this level. If I can clear it, I'm going to be very happy, but I'm not really too expectant that I'm going to. Okay, now the red wrench is up there, so I can come down, get the gray brick. So yeah, I've cleared 8 stages now tonight, so I've already done more than... I've already doubled what I managed last time, so... Alright, let's take that out and get you guys kind of stuck there. Come around here. Bust this on my way down. Slip past the purple wrench. Take that and kind of just start breaking things on my way down. Alright. I think I've got it. Alright. So now we're going into stages I am completely blind on. Alright, looks like I'm going to have to climb down on the right immediately, or else the eggplant is going to kill me. Which is to say, I need to run from... No, not quite. Okay. Alright, well that eggplant gets trapped up at the top as long as I avoid it a little bit. So that's good. That's good. Let's just take a look at everything. Lots of ladders, lots of eggplants, spike, and 1 red wrench. Okay. Will I need... Alright, well I can't get into that center area from the top, so... But if I break the supports under those barrels, I might use this. So let's see what needs to go in what order. Alright, let's just try to wing it a little bit. Go around and see what I can reach. So... Alright. Okay, I see the big thing. The center area is inaccessible until I break that support, which drops the ladder, and that releases the wrench. Now, that can easily be... So I'm going to need to have enough things around to lure the wrench away after releasing it. So let's see here. Well, Spike kind of forced the issue for me, so I'm a little bit trapped here. Okay, no, I can never tell what the eggplants are going to do when they are on just ladders next to each other. Because there's not really any way to tell by their current behavior what they are doing. You know, what step in their AI they are on. Alright, well, release this. Get you down here. Fire. Alright, now if I... Okay, so from there you can't get to where I am. I kind of want to lure that wrench over to where I am, is the thing. Because if I can get that wrench to follow me all the way up to the top, then I can get it to be trapped in that same place where that eggplant there is. Alright. So, Spike, damn it. Now I'm not even sure if it's possible. Wait, isn't... Okay, it can go up here for the rest of that. Alright, well, let me just start taking out the area from the top then. See what I can do with the ladders and the eggplants down here. Yeah, because now I need to break everything on this right side before I move on to the left side, or else I'll be stuck here. But I can't do that because this ladder... Yeah. Okay, if I let Spike break that ladder in the bottom, then I'm stuck. Oh, well, that was just stupid. Okay. Damn it! Ah. Spike is, as always, my eternal nemesis. Alright, this time actually climb up this thing. Alright, now I should be able to just go and he'll follow me along the path. And I wrap around here so that when he comes up to the very top, he'll move left and get trapped in that barrel. Perfect. There's all these bombs up here that I'm sure there's like a life or something that you can get with them. Maybe even a golden hammer. Okay, so that... Wait a minute, how do I... Okay, this doesn't actually let me go up in the center. That has to be an exit. Okay. Then... Okay, now I'm seeing it. I need to break a support to open a barrel, and that's how I go into the center. Gotcha. Okay. So that complicates things with the wrench a bit. Let me just bust this, because I still... So I need to hit that in order to open this area, but now I'm stuck in here, yeah. Because I need to hit the support at the bottom before I go in there. Because that's the only way to get out of the center. So having Spike break that for me still seems to be the way to go. But I need that wrench to be elsewhere. And there's no way for me to do that now. Okay, so before I go climbing up, I need to lure that wrench away from that spot. Okay. So let's get that wrench lured. Alright. Now, I will need to move a little bit fast. Waiting for fire, though. Alright, so that wrench is now stuck there as long as it's going up, so that's fine. Now... Okay, I believe the ladder... Okay, I need to clear out the left side first, because I can actually get out of this left side by using this ladder that isn't breakable. Let's wait for the fire to go through. Let's wait for a point where the eggplants are clear so I can break that. And they're gonna get up before I can... Okay, run, run, run. Run, run from eggplants. Oh god, wrench. Oh god, everything. It's too many things. It's all happening. Alright. Okay. Those things are all trapped in there now. Okay, now I'm just going to come up here first and break things on the down way. From the top down. And then I can just break those ladders in the right side and I will have the level finished. I just need to make sure I'm paying attention to fire as I'm doing all this wraparound. Alright, fire there. Fine, fine. Take up this upper one. Okay. That was not that bad. 91. What do we have here? Well then, you start between two eggplants. That's good. So I can't just hold down left and run left because you run slightly faster than the eggplants. So I need to be... Okay, but then they do that, and then that was kind of a mistake. I'm kind of freaking out with everything going on here. I'm not sure what to do after I escape the eggplant assault. The eggplant guards here, because I can't climb the ladder. I can't climb the ladder between the eggplants because they close in too quickly. So I... Alright, so I have to run past them. Now, that wrench is going to turn around when he hits the ladder, so I can't just run to the left. Okay, well, this is workable. Okay. Now, I think that I want to do... Okay, I wanted to break those three from left to right, but Spike screwed that up. Because of course you have to have Spike in addition to the eggplant guards. Alright, so I was going to wait until that wrench passed the ladder, and then come around again. Okay. Yeah. So I Dealing with Spike with those barrels is going to be slightly annoying, but if I can get him on the left when I hit that left barrel, I should be able to just trap him by smacking it. Should. Let's see if I can get that to work. Alright. So, first I needed to sit here and just wait for the wrench to clear that. I run past here, and damn it! Spike! Okay, I need to get Spike lured over farther to the left so I have time to reach the barrels. Alright, Spike, get over here. Alright, perfect. Now, that wrench should get trapped on top of the barrels. I don't know what the eggplants are going to be doing. I'm going to wait here for fire. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I have no idea what the eggplants are doing right now. Let me get out of here before fire traps me in that long corridor. Okay, so this is a problem. There is no way for me to get past the eggplants to get up there with all of those eggplants in the way. I think. Let me see how far I can go. I might be able to get into that row with the bombs. Now let's see if I can just run past the eggplants a bit. Alright, then this wrench is still in my way. That's a problem. Okay, I still have the wrenches on me. So... Alright, wrenches are done. Now eggplants. Is it possible to get to that bomb row? Looks like there's just slightly a narrow point where you can get up there. Damn. And yeah. Alright, well, my hour's up, so I made good progress this time. I will practice Phase 91 and the future phases until next time on Saturday. Getting close. Just 10 phases left. And then we'll be done with Wrecking Crew finally. So, join us next time at Saturday. Same time, 6 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully you enjoyed this. That's that. Bye.